Good afternoon. Welcome into the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center. I am Eric Krause bringing you the call here on NetFront Sports. We've got RMLL Junior B Tier 1 action here in the final regular game of the season for both the St. Albert Crude and the Beaumont Outlaws. Outlaws currently sit with a 6-11 record. Will face the Rebels in the first round of the North semifinals. Crude currently sitting 0-17, looking for their first win on the season. Crude netminder going to be Liam Capella, as the Crude are going to be in white jerseys moving right to left across your TV screen. And in net for the Outlaws, it's going to be Easton Couturier. Outlaws in the teal or the navy jerseys moving left to right. As that is Quade Manning coming across there on Capella. Capella makes a save. Beaumont will control the ball now below their goal line. Up top here to Brownlee. Brownlee over to Carter Grace. Grace in and out of action here for the Outlaws this season. He is a person they will rely on going into the playoffs. Brownlee with it out top, up top, comes down low, shoots on Capella. Capella makes a save. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Outlaws if they can grab it. They do get the loose ball as Dickin moves it down low to Grace. Grace being pressured there. He's able to get some help. Now he's going to be one-on-one. Moves it across. Over to Brownlee. Brownlee takes a shot on Capella. It's going to go off of him. It's going to be Ethan Oldford. Oldford, AP for the Crude in this game. He's able to grab the loose ball, get that ball for the Crude up floor. He gets across, it beats out the 8 seconds. Battling for it. Now the ball goes to Brandon Huey. Huey's going to take it up floor. He's going to beat out the 8 seconds and across for the Outlaws, and they're going to get their offense on the board. Outlaws currently on a 3-game winning streak heading into the North semifinals, so they're feeling good right now. Grace up top, shoots, scores. Carter Grace gets the ball up top where he likes it, shoots a sidearm shot there on Capella. It's going to give the Outlaws a 1-0 lead here early in this game. As I mentioned before, Carter Grace is a person that the Outlaws are going to lean on heavily to help them in the playoffs. Outlaws, from my roster sheet, looks to be a pretty decently full strength for tonight's game. This afternoon's game, I apologize. It's going to be Outlaws ball now. Rossman dumps it far down low to Carter Mitchell. Carter Mitchell is going to come across. He likes to shoot, takes a couple steps in from their big shot on there by Carter Dickin. It's going to go wide. It's going to be collected here by the Crude. Memphis Durand comes in, shot on, save made by Couturier. He gets his first save of this afternoon. Outlaws going to walk it up floor. It's going to be Carter Mitchell on the far side. Shot on, save there made by Capella. Again, 1-0 Outlaws here early in this action from the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center in Beaumont, Alberta. If you are unable to make it to these games, just know that on our website we have a live ticker with live scoring on every game that we can get to. If we could find a stream for it, we have it on the network. Shot on there, save made by Couturier, as the Outlaws are going to get it up floor. Far side now, dumped off there by McKenna, or sorry, that is Hudson Cook. Cook dumps it off. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Grace over to Mitchell. Mitchell, swim move, comes in, shoots on Capella's save made there. Looking 5-hole. Capella able to get the net, or his stick down there. Stay disciplined. Manning looking for a shot out front. Gets a little bump there by Grace on the pick. Grace comes in, shoots up high, scores. Carter Grace rolls off the pick there from Manning, gets the ball. He jumps and puts it up and over Capella's shoulders. As the Outlaws are going to take a 2-0 lead here with 16:04 remaining in the first period. Remember, friendly reminder, Crude 0-17 on the season, looking for their first win. They've had some close games. For the most part, it's not been a good season for this team. They are in a rebuilding phase. They got lots of picks going into the draft. There's a lot to be excited about if you're a Crude fan going into next season. Amir Joma in the draw there against Hui. Hui wins it back to his own zone, and then we're gonna have a scruffle here in the side corner. Outlaws seem to have control of the loose ball right now. Ball is now loose. Some pushing and shoving in the corner behind the play. It's gonna be the Outlaws coming in. Shot on to Capella there by Chase Richardson. Richardson, one of the graduating Outlaws in this game. He will be playing his last regular season game as a junior player. Ewan McCormick has the ball now here for the Crude. Spinning up top, looking to get some picks to get some space. He does so. Now he's one-on-one, moves over to Hackett. Hackett, one of the bright spots of this Crude roster this season. Hackett moves over to Pass. Pass looking for the backdoor pass, not able to find it. Crude get the loose ball. Amir Joma comes in shot. They're going to say that Couturier did not get a piece of that. It's going to be Outlaws ball here down in Crude territory. Quaid Manning, he's going to pick up the ball now in the corner. Passes it up top to Dickin. Dickin fumbles it for a little bit. He's able to maintain control. Looking for Carter Mitchell backdoor. Nice swim move by Mitchell. He comes across, shoots, scores. Carter Mitchell with a nice swim move. Individual effort. Jumps across the crease. Puts it far side on Liam Capella. It's going to be 3-0 Outlaws. A little bit of style there by Carter Mitchell. You know how Alexander Ovechkin in hockey, I was told that it's said that he enjoys scoring goals. I don't know if there's anybody in junior lacrosse that enjoys scoring goals more than Carter Mitchell does. Every time he scores, it is quite the celebration. We call a false start here on the Outlaws. It's going to be Crude ball. Jake Smith, he's going to take it over center. Crude are going to try to get their offense on the floor. Smith putting his shoulder in there. He's able to spin off, get some help from his teammate. Runco setting up a couple picks, gets the ball up top as Smith drew two people. Runco walks in, shoots. Save made by Couturier. Ball collected here by the Crude. Crundwell moves it over to Liam O'Brien. O'Brien, an AP in this game for the Crude. Crude, I would assume, testing out some AP players here. Some, I believe it's midget players, in hopes of seeing who would be good for them to draft. Far side now, Marcus Hildebrand. Hildebrand, his final year as an Outlaw. He's playing his final regular season game. We'll get, after the game, there'll be a ceremony for these graduating players here from the Outlaws. Once again, in junior lacrosse, you can play 5 years. So Hildebrand playing in his 5th and final years for the Outlaws. Still not done yet. Outlaws will play the Rebels in the first round of the North playoffs beginning on Thursday, July 9th. We will have that game, of course, for you on the network. We'll have the entire first round of the North playoffs, or entirety of the North playoffs, period. Grace down low in the corner. Moves over to Mitchell. Mitchell, big, jumping, overhand, right save made by Capella. Ball collected by the Crude out floor. Lucas Evan. Moves it over to Joma. Joma, traded earlier this season from the Rebels, now a Crude member. Big shot on net there by Declan Britton. Save made by Couturier. And the Outlaws are at floor with Quinn Patterson moving the ball. Steven ahead. He's going to come in, just shoot it on Capella. Capella with the shoulder save. Ball goes up into the netting. Going to be Crude ball. I thought Capella got a piece of that on his shoulder. Should have been Outlaws ball, in my opinion. Far side now is Oldford. Oldford looking for Runco off the bench. Not able to connect with him. It's going to be called too many, as count them up on your camera. There's currently 6 Crude members on the floor. We're going to have an Outlaws power play here at 12:30 remaining in the first period from Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center. Once again, I'm Eric Krause bringing you the call here on the NetFront Sports Network. As mentioned before, we're going to have the entirety of the North playoffs. We are going down to Red Deer to get Game 2 action between the Warriors and the Rampage. That would be on Saturday. both series in the North semifinals have agreed to play on the same days. Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be your playoff games. Manning collects it in the corner here on the Outlaws power play. Moves over to Mitchell. Mitchell quickly down low to Hildebrand. Hildebrand takes a shot. It's going to go just wide, collected here by Manning. Manning's got Carter Grace up top, and he's going to give him the ball now. Grace looking for a corner. He scored from there already once this game. Mitchell behind the back pass to Hildebrand. Mitchell gets it back. Hildebrand comes in, gives him the screen. Mitchell's able to get 2 shots off, both soaked there by Outlaws. They're going to say Capella got the last one. Grace, back door to Brownlee. Brownlee hits the post. Mitchell got Capella diving everywhere, not able to find it past him, though. Joma collects the rebound, and he's going to be off the races with Carter Grace behind him. Joma fighting off Grace. Going to be no call there, as fans in the crowd wanting a holding penalty, and maybe Grace did get away with one there, but the refs said it was fair game. Crundwell has it now. 25 seconds on the shot clock. They're probably going to try to kill this time off on this penalty kill. Crundwell getting double teamed right now, not able to get the ball off. Stick goes flying. Carter Mitchell picks it out of the air. He's going to have a breakaway now. Carter Mitchell walks in behind the back, shoots, save made by Capella. Picked up here by the Crude going up floor. Be number 33, Rush Sheck taking it. Little swim move, beats out 2 Crude players. He's going to go behind the net, shoot, score. Rush Sheck with the individual effort behind the net. Nice swim move to beat 2 Outlaws, and then he dunks it from behind as Couturier was not able to get his shoulders up in that one. It's going to be 3-1 Outlaws here as the Crude get on the board on the penalty kill. Going to be one of the better individual efforts you've seen all season there by Rush Sheck. Outlaws maybe playing a little bit lackadaisical on defense there, considering they were on the power play. Rush Sheck makes them pay, takes it right to the hole. Face off one there by Huey. It's going to be Outlaws ball up floor. Scooped up there by Colby Hain. Hain, far side to Kai Ellis. Ellis going to race off the floor. Kai Ellis, late addition here to this Outlaws team. Has been on it before, obviously, in the past, but definitely a hand that they needed going into the playoffs. Ellis was by far their best player in their previous game against the Warriors, in which they took a 10-9 win in Bill Hunter Arena. Lewis harassing the Crude player there. It's going to be Memphis Duran getting the ball and running off the net. Ball collected off the rebound there by Colby Hain. He's going to go in 1-on-2 here against Crude. Going to spin up, passing off to Jamison. He's going to get off the floor, allowing for the offense to get into place. Jamison, far side. He's got Hildebrand coming off the bench now if he wants to wait for him. Hildebrand takes it up top, threatens to shoot, comes in, spins, one hand dunks it off to Jamison. Looking to go back to Hildebrand, not able to find him. It's going to be picked off by Sheck. Sheck, the goal scorer here for the Crude. He's going to go in, try to do the same move he did earlier on 2 Crude members. Passes out to Runco. Runco, stutter step, comes in, shoots just wide. Ball collected on the rebound there by O'Brien. O'Brien over to Hackett. Hackett down low. Hackett over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top to Joma. Joma tries to do a little swim move, gets taken out. It's going to be Chase Richardson up floor here for the Outlaws. 1-on-2, he's going to stomp up, wait for his offense to get on the floor. Passes it off to Mitchell. Mitchell's got Brownlee beside him. He's got Carter Grace on the far side. Mitchell over to Grace. Grace 1-on-1 with Schultz. Comes in, swims around him, looking to get on that crease dive. Spins off and shoots anyway. It's going to be saved there by Capella. Capella passes it out. It's going to be collected by the Runco. Runco for the Crude. He's able to run. Grace gets off the bench, sends Patterson. Runco comes in, shot. Save made there by Couturier. It's going to be your water break here from Beaumont, as the NetFront Sports TV timeout here announced by the PA guy. We're going to have roughly a 30-second timeout here. 3-1 Outlaws lead with 8:26 remaining in the first period. 11-7 shots in favor of the Outlaws. Let's get those shots on the board for you. Again, check out the NetFrontSports.com website. Get all the RML action on there. We have a live ticker with live scoring for games that we can get to. And we'll link all broadcasts that we can find on the network and off the network to the games on there. NetFrontSports.com is going to be your hub to RMLL content, as we think that what we are providing is futuristic and the future of covering the RMLL. Mitchell, he comes across, big shot on net there, just wide. It's going to come off the dasher. Mitchell picks it. They're going to give the Outlaws a fresh 30 on it. It's not going to be over and back. Mitchell taking his time, gets across center. He walks in, threatens to shoot, passes off to Hildebrand. Hildebrand, captain of this Outlaws team, moves it over to Lewis. Lewis, shot on net, just wide. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Lewis trying to get the loose ball. Loose ball in the corner. Mitchell picks it up, not able to completely gather it though, as he takes a cross check up high. Crude ball. Ewan McCorrick passes it down to Hackett. Hackett getting pressured there in the corner. He falls down. Outlaw player going to put his hands up in the air, say it wasn't me. Hackett looks to be a little bit under duress there. It is going to be an Outlaws penalty. It's going to be Richie Lucid going to the box here. I believe it's 2 minutes for slashing on Braden Hackett. Hackett, he is crunched over with his stick on his knees, but he's going to stay on for this power play. .7:14 left here in the first period. Runco, he has it up top here on the power play. Sort of Mitchell, over to Hackett. Hackett comes, passes it over to Runco, takes a shot on net. Save made by Couturier. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Crude on the power play. Hackett. Hackett over to Mitchell. Mitchell looks for his teammate back door, not able to connect with him. Loose ball here, won by the Outlaws. Well, looking for Quinn Patterson, not able to find him on the far side. He's going to be one-on-one with Ethan Mitchell. Patterson picks them off the bounce, spins off of Mitchell, comes in, shoots just wide. He throws his head up in the air, thinking he should have had that one. Crude coming across with it now. Evans. Evans is a lane to the net if he wants to take it. Does not. Pulls out, pushes to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Joma. Joma far side down low. Back up to Joma. 59 seconds left in the power play. Moves it over to O'Brien. O'Brien down low to Evans. Evans shot soaked there by an Outlaw. The ball's now bouncing in the crease. Picked up by Cook. Moves it down to Jamieson. Jamieson's going to go and try to kill off 30 seconds of the 45 remaining here on the Richie Lucid slashing penalty. Moves up top to Hildebrand. Hildebrand over to Carter Grace. Grace. Again, like I said, it's going to hold it. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. You might see the Outlaws come in on some action now here as it's starting to move. Dickin over to Hildebrand. Carter Grace comes up the floor, so Outlaws are 3-on-5. Hildebrand. He's just going to dump it down low, get his team off the floor. 5:32 remaining here in the first period. Outlaws winning 3-1. 13 seconds left in the Lucid minor penalty. Hackett dumps it off over to Runco. Runco over to Mitchell. Mitchell down low to Hackett. Hackett up top to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Runco. Top to Mitchell. We're even strength now as Lucid comes out of the box. Behind the net is Crundwell. Crundwell over to Cade McCormick. Cade McCormick goes for the jumping shot from behind the net there. Couturier is going to beat him to the post. Outlaws get across floor. It's going to be Chase Richardson pulling it out and giving it off to his offense. Far side there is Kaysen Brownlee. Brownlee Moves it up to Mitchell, who's coming off the bench. Mitchell, high, but down low for Grace. Grace looking for a one-on-one, looking for the crease dive, not able to get the open space. It's going to be picked up there by Quinton Palmer. Palmer moves it up floor, throws it away, however. Ball collected there by the Outlaws as Regan Walker moves it over to Mitchell. He moves it to Grace. Grace comes in and shoots, scores. Quick ball moving up floor, gives it to Carter Grace, who scores his hat trick already in this one. It's going to be 4-1 Outlaws with 4:18 remaining here in the first period of RMLL Junior B Tier 1 action here from Ken Nichol Recreation Center. Very hot building. We do have some fans going, but they're nowhere near the broadcast booth. Listen, some airflow in this arena is better than no airflow from Larry Bishop here hosted 4 years ago. Ewan McCormick fighting for the loose ball there. Big shoulder given there by the Outlaws. Ball's going to be picked up. It's going to be a penalty on Quade Manning. He's going to get 2 minutes shoving in the back penalty. 2 minutes checking from behind is the official call. So we're going to put the Crude offense back on the power play. Shots here 12-8. Deep in the first period territory now. Like I said, 4:01 left here in the first period. Ball's going to be slowly walked in here by Cade McCormick. McCormick over to Runco. Runco to Crundwell. McCormick up top. Moves over to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Hackett. Hackett looking for a cutting. Declan Britton there, not able to find him. And now it's going to be Richie Lucid running the floor, walks in, hits the post on the breakaway there. Runco and Declan Britton now 2-1-2 into the zone. Britton takes the ball, shoots far side on Couturier. He's able to make that save. Shoving the back of there. Nothing doing it. Now Crundwell has it up top, moves over to Hackett. Hackett back up top to Crundwell. Crundwell gets up, seal, comes across, shoots. Save made there by Couturier there on the left pad. Moves it down low to Mitchell. 25 seconds on the shot clock. It's a fresh 30. Hackett gets the ball back. Over to Crundwell. Crundwell takes the shot. 5-hole save made by Couturier. Ball collected by the Outlaws, though. Or by the Crude on the rebound. Hackett to Mitchell. Mitchell. Big shot in there by Runco. He's going to say it went off an Outlaw, and he's going to get the call there from the referee. Back over to Runco, up top to Crundwell. Crundwell over to Hackett. Hackett over to Runco. Runco, big shot on net there. Ball collected by Couturier. He's got it in his stick. He's going to look for an outlet pass. Finds Cook, far side. Cook gets it across center as there's 22 seconds left on the penalty here to Quade Manning. Spun off there's Lewis. Lewis looking for a cutting Rossman. Capella makes that save. Ball picked up by Ethan Oldford. Oldford over to Runco. Runco over to O'Brien. O'Brien, an AP in this game here for the Crude. O'Brien has Quinn Patterson come from behind. Patterson almost able to sneak up on him. He's right now even strength. Poss moves it over to Joma. Joma not able to collect the loose ball. It's going to be picked up by Hain. He's going to take it behind the net. He tries to throw it down floor. Joma gets a stick on it, but Hain's able to collect it. Gets it across half. Hain. Far side over to Quinn Patterson. Patterson got Mitchell beside him. He's got Grace up top. Grace already with 3 goals in this game. He's already had his impact on it. Grace cuts inside, comes across. Shot save made by Capella. Another big glove save there by Capella. Now the net is off the moorings. It's going to be ran up floor here by the Crude. Durant gets it across center despite 2 Outlaws trying to get him off of it. It's going to be a shove in the back there of assistance from Mitchell, and it's going to be Outlaws ball with 1:03 left in here in the first period. Final minute play here in the first period. 15-12 shots. Outlaws over the Crude score 4-1 in favor of the Outlaws. Carter Grace has the ball now. Grace with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. He's just going to shoot and score. Carter Grace picks his corner. Scores his 4th of the period and 4th of the game, giving the Outlaws a 5-1 lead here in the first period. As right now, it looks like the Outlaws offense is too much for this Crude team to handle. Outlaws on a 3-game winning streak right now, peaking at the best time of the year for the Outlaws. Joma wins the draw there over Hui. Tries to dump it off to Mitchell, not able to get there. As Liam Gillette gets the stick on it. Got some pushing and shoving here in the quarter. Now we got some cross-checking down to people on the floor. Gillette comes off. It's going to be a delayed penalty here in that scrum. Everybody comes out. No fights, nothing. Everybody comes out looking healthy, so that's good. 26.9 left here in the first period. It's going to be Gillette going to take a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking. Hildebrand's going, what the heck? He got cross-checked, he's on the ground. Where's the even penalty? Not going to get a call there from the referee. Crude don't have enough people on the floor. Ball's going to be picked up by Runco. The clock runs down. 24 seconds left here in the period. Mitchell over to Hackett. Hackett over to Runco. Runco down low to Britton. Runco comes across, shot soaked there by the Outlaws. Ball picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell over to McCormick. Cade McCormick with the big shot soaked there by Cook. Kai Ellis now playing some defense there. There's some pushing and shoving there after the whistle. But they're going to walk away, and it's going to be 5-1 Outlaws here after 20 minutes, 16-12 shots in favor of the Outlaws here on the NetFront Sports Network. My name is Eric Krause, giving you the call here from the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center in Beaumont, Alberta. We will be back in 10 minutes time. Welcome back into the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center. My name is Eric Gross here, bringing you a call here on NetFront Sports as we have the 6-11 Outlaws taking on the 0-17 Crude in RMLL Junior B Tier 1 action here on the NetFront Sports Network. It's going to be Liam Capella in net for the Crude. He's going to be, the Crude are going to be in the whites, moving left to right as Joma going to take on Hui here at the draw. It's going to be Easton Couturier in net for the Outlaws in the Navies, moving right to left. Outlaws destined for a first-round matchup against the Rebels beginning Thursday night at the Jubilee Recreation Center. Shot on there by Evans. He shoots and scores. Picks the short side there on Couturier. And they cut that Outlaws lead down to 3. Yeah, Crude get on the board here early in the second period. Their first possession of the period goes in the net. 17 seconds in. It's going to be Hui and Joma again at the dot here. Joma pulls it back, and he's going to run on the floor. He's going to go off the floor. Crude ball over to Runco. Runco, 1-on-2 here, pulls out. Captain here for this Crude team. Moves it over to AP, Liam O'Brien. O'Brien scoops up the ball. Going to be pressured by Hui, he spins around him. O'Brien goes over to Runco. Runco walks in. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien spin moves, 2 seconds on the shot. He's got to shoot it. Does. Shot on, save made by Couturier. It was soaked by the Outlaws. It's going to be Outlaws ball up floor. Kai Ellis with it now. Ellis moves it to Mitchell. Mitchell, 1-on-1 there, and it's going to be called interference on the pick play there by Hildebrand. It's going to be Crude ball. Sheck, he walks across center floor, comes up here, gets pressured by Hain. Sheck spins off of him, moves it up top to Hackett. Hackett moves it down low. Back up top to O'Brien. Big shot on that there by O'Brien. Soaked by the Outlaws. Outlaws going to be on our breakaway here is Regan Walker. Walker walks in, has Brownlee, dumps it off to Brownlee. Brownlee jumps, shot, scores. Regan Walker moves it over to Kason Brownlee. Brownlee makes no mistake over the shoulder there of Capella. It's going to be 6-2 Outlaws. As folks, if you're watching the broadcast today, you're going to watch the full game. I have a feeling you're going to hear a lot of Chelsea Dagger in this one. It's going to be Hui and Joma again at the face-off dot, pulling for their teams. Loose ball there, collected by Smith. He's going to move it up floor for the Crude. He's going to walk in, dump it off over to Evans. Evans shot saved there by Couturier. Picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien scores, and he is stoked, as I'm going to assume that's his first ever RMLL goal for Liam O'Brien, the AP here out of here for the Crude. As he scores, that gets quite the pop here from the Crude fans in attendance. Quite the celebration himself. As they do, the Crude bench collects the ball. It'll be Hui and Jova again as Crude cut that lead down to 3. Maybe we have a game here, folks, in this second period. Assist number 6, Chase Ball, the goal was definitely scored by James O'Brien, number 5. In-house said it was Ewan McCormick. It was not him, that's for sure. Smith spins, gonna back down his defender there. He's backing down Hui. Big shot in there by Smith, picked up here by the Outlaws. Outlaws need to stop playing so sloppy and get to how they were playing in here in the first period. Up floor, finds a cutting Marcus Hildebrand. Hildebrand walks in, shoots just wide, and he stepped in the crease, so it wouldn't have counted anyways. Crude ball. Schultz brings it across half. Schultz has pass to his left. Spin move by Schultz, looking at dumping off to his teammate, not able to find him. Gets over to Britton. Britton over to O'Brien. O'Brien down low to Hackett. Over top to Britton. Britton backpedaling, finds a cutting pass, not able to find him on. He's gonna call. He's gonna get a through the crease violation. It's gonna be an Outlaws ball. Kyle Jamieson brings it across half. Moves it to Carter Grace. Grace dumps it over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand shot on Capella. Capella makes that save. Lewis on Capella makes that save as well. Capella grabs the ball, fires it down over to Evan. Lucas Evans, far side, moves over to Runco. Runco takes a shot. It's going to be collected here on the bounce by Quinn Patterson. Loose ball here. Ball given to the Outlaws. Patterson gets pushed and scores. Quinn Patterson comes across. Puts that one by Capella. It's going to be the 7th goal of the game for the Outlaws. Once again, Chelsea Dagger range through the Ken Nickel Regional Recreational Center. Now, I didn't like it when the Chicago Blackhawks played this song, and now I've had to listen to the Outlaws have it for 4 years. We called a false start on the Crude. It's going to be Outlaws ball as Carter Mitchell grabs it far side. Mitchell gets a pick from Manning and Grace. Grace knocks him over pretty hard. That's Cade McCormick. Brownlee with it now. Brownlee up top to Grace. Grace fumbles it, but he's able to collect it before it goes over half court. Grace walks in. Outlaw player on the ground right now. Grace looking back door, not able to find his teammate. Big slash there by Grace as Smith comes up floor. It's going to be Smith and Joma, 2-on-1. Walks in just wide. I think an Outlaw player got a stick on that one. It's going to be over and back, picked up by Grace. Grace, one-on-one there. Spins. Up top to Dickin. Dickin over to Mitchell. Mitchell, swim move. Spins out of it, comes across shot, save made by Capella. Ball goes up into the ceiling. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Fresh 30. Up top to Lewis. Lewis, far side to Grace. Grace to Dickin. Dickin to Mitchell. Mitchell tried to pop it over to Grace, not able to find him. Mitchell behind the net with him now. Mitchell looking for the north-south crease, not able to find it. Rossman with the back B-to-B shot, save made by Capella. Ball collected by the Crude. Logan Schultz with it now. Gets it across and Hackett gets pushed into the crease. They're going to call that a goal, however, though. Braden Hackett on the breakaway, gets shot from behind, but it's going to be a good goal. It's going to be the Crude's 4th of the game. Moves them down by 3 as they're hanging in there. Got Hui and Joma again at the dot. Hackett seems to have gotten a little bit injured in that play. He goes back to the trainer, he's talking to him. A loss in this game means nothing for the Outlaws, technically, other than mentally. A win in this game for the Crude would be monumental for them on the season. Manning, Up top to Brownlee. Brownlee over to Hildebrand. He bobbles it, not able to get it. Smith to Joma. Ball collected by Lucid. Lucid waiting for his offense to get on the floor. 14:05 left remaining here in the second period. Carter Grace dumps it down low to Manning. Manning up top to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Brownlee. Mitchell playing for the Junior A Miners at points this season, playing defense for them. Offense here for the Outlaws. Grace. Shot on, save made by Capella as Grace tries to pick his corner and put it on. It's going to be a delayed penalty here, I believe, on the Crude. Yes, it's Ewan McCormick going to the box here. 2 minutes for flashing. Going to put the Outlaws on the power play. 13:47 left here in the second period. Score 7-4. Brownlee takes it up top. He moves it down to Grace, over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand to Grace. Grace back to Hildebrand. Over top to Brownlee. Back to Grace to Brownlee. Brownlee gets it back, and now there's motion. Behind the net to Mitchell. Mitchell going to go for this north-south crease dive is made there by Capella. He beats him to the post. Joma running the floor now. Looking for Evans, not able to find him. But it's over the shoulder of Joma. It's going to be Quade Manning here, far side. Minute 20 left here in the power play. As Grace has it. Grace backdoor to Hildebrand. Hildebrand shot save made by Capella. Ball picked up by Carter Mitchell in the corner. Mitchell gets a screen there from Brownlee. He's going to walk in. Shot just wide. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Grace takes a rebound, passes it over to Manning. Manning over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand save made by Capella. Picked up by Brownlee. Brownlee over to Mitchell. I believe Brownlee still has it. Moves it over to Grace. Grace looking for the backdoor pass. That one gets picked off again. Grace needs to put a little bit more behind his passes to keep getting picked off. Smith throws it back over his shoulder. Beats out the 8 seconds. It's going to be Outlaws ball deep in their territory with 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Patterson moves it over to Grace. Grace walks in. Shot save made by Capella. Grace over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand to Mitchell. Mitchell to Brownlee. Brownlee to Hildebrand. Save made by Capella. They keep looking for Hildebrand on that back door, but Capella's getting there every time. Shot on net there by Grace. That one just misses wide. Nothing's going to come out of that one. Far side now. It's a Crude ball. Hackett comes in, tries to dump it down low to Schultz. Schultz, ball picked up here by the Outlaws. Couturier throws it away. Able to find Mitchell on the bounce though. Mitchell's got it in the corner now. 11:15 left here in the second period. 7-4 Outlaws lead over the Crude. Mitchell, back door, able to find Dickin. He's not able to control his feet and stay out of the crease though. It's going to be Oldford grabbing it here for the Crude. Oldford. Ethan Oldford has it, dumps it off to O'Brien. O'Brien, far side over to Paz, to Runco. Runco over to Oldford. Oldford takes the shot on, soaked by the Outlaws. Oldford's got to run for it now. 3 seconds left here on the 32nd. Ball's picked up by the Outlaws. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Plays blown in. Mitchell. Mitchell over to Manning. Manning looking to shoot, does so. It's wide and off the netting. Not very good shot selection from the Outlaws here in the last 5 minutes, in my opinion. O'Brien brings it over half and then gets pushed back. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Hain with control of it. Hain up top to Hildebrand. Hildebrand over to Graves. My apologies. It was Mitchell. It was Hildebrand with the ball. Over to Walker. Walker over to Dickin. Behind the net now is Mitchell. Mitchell spinning with it. 5 seconds left here on the shot clock. Mitchell. He comes across, moves with the Grace. Grace has to shoot. He does. Save made by Capella. Ball picked up by Dickin. No, it's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Outlaws. Mitchell. Down low to Hildebrand. Hildebrand. Dickin. Dickin shoots. Just wide. Hildebrand over to Mitchell. Mitchell comes across the big overhand right. He said he likes that shot. Save made by Capella. He dumps it off to O'Brien. O'Brien's going to run the floor, get it across half here for the Crude. Maybe had Britton backdoor. O'Brien over to Hackett. Hackett looking for a cutting Runco, not able to connect with him. Jamison looking for number 23 there. That's Chase Richardson looking for him on the stretch, not able to connect with him. Very poor transitional play here by both teams. The game has gotten very sloppy. Sheck has the ball now. Bounces it over to Schultz. Or sorry, it's Lowe's. Lowe's down low to Crundwell. Crundwell one-on-one here with Huey. Moves up top to Lowe's. Lowe's spins off, getting pushed there by Patterson. Pushed into the corner, ball pops out, loose ball. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. It's going to be Outlaws ball here. That's going to be your water break here from the Candico Regional Recreation Center. I'm Eric Crozier here bringing you the call on the NetFront Sports Network. Friendly reminder, go to netfrontsports.com to see live ticker action. It's your home to the RMLL. You can watch all the broadcasts from us and other teams around the league at the top of the sports ticker. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Rival Sportswear. Rival Sportswear is Canada's fastest growing apparel company. Get your team decked out in warm-up gear and jerseys at rivalsportswear.ca. Also, like to give a shout out to Battle of the Border tournament. I believe it's October 15th to 18th in Missoula, Montana. Junior players from north of the border and south of the border, so Canada and the U.S. faced off each other in a tournament. Don't quote me, I believe it's their third year with this Battle of the Border coming up. Third or fourth year, don't quote me. I'll get an official ad read for you as it comes playoff time. Brownlee has it behind the net, moves over to Manning. Manning save made by Capella. Capella squeezes that one, it's in his leg. Ball grabbed by Oldford. Oldford dumps off to Schultz. Schultz moves it over to Joma. Joma with the ball now. Moves it up top to O'Brien. O'Brien down low. Finds a cutting Joma. Joma not able to handle it. It's going to be Outlaws ball on the floor. For Walker. Walker comes in. Shot just wide. It's again Regan Walker, a bit frustrated. He's playing in his last regular season game here for the Beaumont Outlaws. He will be graduating at the end of this year. Clearly trying to get him a goal in this one. Shot on net there by Lewis. Capella makes the save. Lots of outside shots with no movement from the Outlaws here. Kieran Lewis, he's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. As ref Wes Kendall books him up for that one. It's going to put the Crude on the power play. 7:24 left here in the second period. Ball's going to be collected from Runco up top here. Crude down by 3, scores 7-4 over the Outlaws. Shots are 28-18. I'll get those updated for you here in a second. Runco down low to Britton. Top to Mitchell. Over to Hackett. Back to Runco. Runco is their shooter on this offense for sure, on this power play. Jamison. That's Kai Ellis picks that off. He's going to run far side. Number 11 here, assistant captain for the Outlaws. He's going to get back down by Hackett. He's going to move it up top to Carter Mitchell. Carter Mitchell's got Dickin coming off the floor. And Manning flanked by Hildebrand. Mitchell gets a pick from Hildebrand. Hildebrand rolls off of it. Mitchell still has the ball. Up top to Manning. Manning shoots and scores. Quade Manning there with kind of the throwaway shot as the shot clock expires there on the penalty kill. That one's going to get past Capella. Capella's going to want that one back. Capella's been very solid here in this second period for the Crude. But he does get beat there on that one. It's going to be Crude with it now. Up top to Hackett. Hackett over to Runco. Runco takes the shot on net, save there by Couturier. Cook finds Rossman. Ball went straight in on Capella. He had a little bit of trouble handling that one, but it is going to be collected by the Crude as Lowe's comes across half. Lowe's over to Hackett. Hackett down to Runco. Moves over to Crundwell. Back to Runco. Up to Mitchell, over to Hackett. Hackett, back door. Looking for Britton there. He gets a shot off, save made by Couturier. It's going to be a fresh 30. Hackett comes in, big overhand right save there by Couturier. Running the floor now is Colby Hain for the Outlaws in transition. Been a solid defender this season here for the Outlaws. Moves it up top to Rossman. Rossman. Down low to Kai Ellis. Rossman runs over Megan Durant, or Memphis Durant. Oldford moves it over to Lowe's, who just mishandles it. Cook, far side now for the Outlaws. He's got Hildebrand cutting. Pretty packed crowd here in the Ken Nickel Regional Center. We've got lots of Outlaws fans, lots of outspoken Crude fans in this one. I will never agree with fans in the stands yelling at referees. Big shot on there by Hildebrand. He scores a 9th goal here for the Outlaws. Increases their lead to 5. By 5. .438 left here, and we're going to get a goalie change as Liam Capella is going to come out of the net. I believe it's an AP netminder here for it's going to be Jackson Jacques in net for the Crude now. Mitchell, he's going to run the floor here for. He's far side, spins off, and he stays onside there. By onside, I mean on the right side of half. Brownlee, he comes in. And Jackson Jacques now in net here for the Crude. Manning moves over to Brownlee. Brownlee is going to walk in, shoot far side on Jacques. He gets his first save of the game. A little bit of action for everybody in this game. Ewan McCormick comes in, looking for a cutting Britton, not able to connect with him. It's going to be a loose ball down behind the net. Britton does get it, though. Look out front, looking for Hackett. Hackett shoots down low, save made, picked up by Britton, and Britton scores. Declan Britton, he gets one past Couturier, and he cuts that lead back down to 4. (9-5) Outlaws lead with 3:37 left here in the second period. Like I said, the Crude are hanging around in this one. Hui gets the draw there, won by the Outlaws, but it's going to be picked up the Lucy by Oldford. Oldford gets the ball, spins off of it. He's looking for some cutting teammates. He's got a free lane to the net if he wants to take it. Oldford behind the net. Hackett. Sorry, that's Crundwell with it. Crundwell up top to Schultz. It's going to be a delayed penalty here on Crude. He's going to put the Outlaws power play back onto the floor. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty here on Joma. Two minutes for checking from behind. They're going to get Amir Joma on that one. Brownlee with the ball now. 3:03 left here in the second period. Brownlee with Grace. Back to Brownlee. Brownlee over to Grace. Grace takes a shot. Nice shoulder save there by Jacques. Grace. He walks in. Again, picked off. He gets his own rebound, though. Comes in from behind the net. Save made there by Jacques. Jackson Jacques coming on relief of Liam Capella. About 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Has been perfect since joining the game. Runco. One-on-one with Mitchell. Still one-on-one with Mitchell. Got 1 second. He dumps it in the corner. Quinn Patterson goes for a fall. He looks good. Comes off smiling. Brownlee's got the ball now. Brownlee probably could have just walked in and shot that one. Nobody know he had the ball. Grace. To Brownlee. Down to Grace. Grace, 1-2 shot saved there by Jacques. Fresh 40 seconds left here on the power play here for the Outlaws. Brownlee. Over to Mitchell. And Carter Grace there from behind the net scoring. Power play goal for the Outlaws will give them their 10th goal of the game, increasing that lead back to 5. Ball collected by Hain. Hain goes behind the net here for the Outlaws. Minute 30 left in the second period. Moves up to Carter Mitchell. Mitchell with it up top. Comes in, big side arm shot. Save made by Jacques. Ball spun off there by Sheck. Sheck's going to take it right to the floor if he wants to. He gets tripped there by Lucid. He's going to get a chicken from behind penalty. But that, in my opinion, was definitely looked more of a trip than a check from behind. Nonetheless, Richie Lucid's going to spend 2 minutes in the box, potentially the remainder of the period. Caden McCormick's going to take it up top here on the power play. He's going to move it down low to Runco. Runco moves it to Crundwell. McCormick's got it back up top. Looking for Mitchell. A little bit high for him. Mitchell's able to gather it, though. There, they give Lucid 2 minutes for cross-check and not a check from behind. My apologies on that call. Ball one behind by Quinn Patterson. Patterson's got Richardson running the floor. Not able to find him, though. Kai Ellis is going to take it now. Ellis. He walks in. 14 seconds left here. Outlaws should probably hold for a shot. 7 seconds. Hildebrand. Moves over to Brownlee. Brownlee takes a shot on Jacques, and he makes the save. That's going to do it here through 40s. We got some pushing and shoving here between Brownlee and a Crude player. Referees coming, pulling them back. We're not going to see anything come out of that one. But that will do it through 40 minutes here. The Outlaws lead the Crude 10-5 from Beaumont, Alberta, and the Ken Nickel Recreational Center. My name is Eric Cross, bringing you the call here on the NetFront Sports Network. We'll see you in 10 minutes' time. Welcome into the Kent Nickel Regional Recreation Center. My name is Eric Croce here, bringing the call here on NetFront Sports. Final 20 minutes of regular season action here between the Outlaws and the Crude. Outlaws in the Navy jerseys moving left to right across your screen with Easton Couturier and have a 10-5 lead over the Crude. Jackson Jacques coming in relief of Liam Capella for the Crude. Crude 0-17 on the season, looking to get their first win of the season in the last game. Outlaws 6-11 on a 3-game win streak. And they will face the Red Deer Rebels in North semifinal playoff action beginning Thursday night from the Jubilee Recreation Center in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta. Good venue there. If you have not been, please go check it out. Dave McGarva there and the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels put on a good game day show, maybe the best here in the north. Joma gets the ball off to Lucy. He's going to come in and get pushed by Huey. Up against the wall now, Joma still has it. He's spinning off of it. He's 2v4 now. We got some penalties on the board. There was a penalty given at the end of the period, it looks like, to Ethan Mitchell, as Lucid has 45 seconds remaining on his cross-checking penalty from the second period. Carter Mitchell by himself now, walks in alone. Comes in, shoots on Jacques. Jacques makes the save. Ball collected by Ewan McCormick. He's going to take it up for the Crude. He gets it across half. Fresh 30 here for the Crude. Crundwell has it now. 20 seconds left on the Lucid penalty, and it's going to be Outlaws power play for about 45 seconds. Runco. Probably the main hand here on this Crude offense. They like to feed him the ball a lot. Ball picked up here by Kai Ellis. Kai Ellis, he's going to swim move, get it across half. Slow things down as now the Outlaws power play on the floor. Hildebrand, Mitchell, Grace, and Manning all on the floor here for the power play as Ellis comes off and Brownlee replaces him. Hildebrand. He's threatening to shoot. He doesn't have the ball. Fooled me there for a second. Moves it over to Grace. Grace, multiple goals in this game. I believe he already has 5. Grace picks it up. Little toe drag there. Comes in. Shot up high there on Jacques. Jacques is going to make a save. West Kendall says no goal on that one. Blows the play dead as we try to find the ball in Jacques' equipment. Able to find it. He puts it in the net of Smith, and here we go. Ball moved up floor by Runco. Runco here for the Crude. Runco and Hackett have been very good, bright spots on this Crude team throughout the season. Runco spins off of Patterson. He walks in, gets cross-checked, moves it over to Hackett. Hackett's got Mitchell coming off, sets him a pick. Mitchell on the pick and roll, comes across. Gets the shot on, but it goes right into the breadbasket there of Easton Couturier. It's going to be Outlaws ball on floor. Rossman, not seeing as many offensive looks this late in the season as he did earlier in the season with Carter Grace coming back in. Hildebrand and Mitchell have both missed games throughout the season, I believe. I know Hildebrand has for sure. So Rossman, usually the replacement for when one of those guys is out there on that right-handed shooting side. West Kendall kicks the ball down into the corner. It's going to be Outlaws possession with a fresh 30. Moves it over to Lewis. Lewis finds it for Rossman. Rossman comes in, shoots, scores. Felix Rossman on the cut there. Gets the pass from Lewis and puts it past Jackson Jacques. It's going to give the Outlaws their biggest lead of the game at 6 as they push it to an 11-5 advantage. Friendly reminder, if you cannot tune into the games, check out the NetFrontSports.com website. We have live scoring of as many games as we can. We also have live access to the score sheets after the game. And if there's a broadcast, even if it was not on our network, we are trying to find as many broadcast links as possible so we can be the home to RMLL content on the internet. Far side now is Ethan Oldford. Oldford an AP in this game, one of 2 3, including Jacques there in the net for the Crude. Ball's going to be ran out floor by Kai Ellis. Something satisfying about watching him run up floor. He's got such a long stride. He makes it look effortless in transition. And Brownlee pushing Oldford there. Ball pops out. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Brownlee. He's running. He's going to take it all the way to hole. Comes in on Jacques. Shot. Save made by Jacques. Ball picked up in the corner by Schultz. It's going to be a Crude ball. Schultz has Liam O'Brien on the floor with him, the other AP, as mentioned earlier. O'Brien, I believe, scored his first RMLL goal in the second period. Carter Mitchell gets the ball. Liam O'Brien scored, had quite the celebration, and there was a loud pop here, like we were at a WWE event from the Crude faithful. Carter Grace has it now. Grace walks in, left-hand shot. He's got 5 goals in this game at least. I'm unfortunately not keeping track of them. Rossman. Rebound shot on, save made by Jacques. It's going to be a fresh 30 here if the Outlaws can get it. Loose ball in the corner, picked up by Rossman. Rossman behind the net. He's looking for Jamison. Ball gets knocked down. Jamison collects it though. Jamison up top to Grace. Grace, big overhand shot, looks for a corner just wide. We're going to say Jacques got a piece of it. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Outlaws as Quade Manning has the ball now. Moves it down low to Grace. Grace one-on-one there with Cade McCormick. Quade Manning walks in. He's got a goal in this game. Moves it over to ball. Gets rebounded by Carter Mitchell. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. Mitchell one-on-one there with Britton. Spin move, twister shot behind the net now. Rossman has it. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Not going to give them a fresh 30. It's going to be Crude ball with 14:52 left in third period action and the regular season here from the Nickel Regional Recreational Center. I'm Eric Krause bringing you the call on NetFront Sports. The ball goes bouncing into the bench. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Outlaws will play the Rebels in first round matchup starting Thursday from Jubilee Recreation Center. Outlaws definitely going to be underdogs in that matchup, although the last 2 games they played against the Rebels have been very close games. Rebels, however, are like 28-0 in their lifetime over the Outlaws. Brownlee, nice little 1-tee shot there, but his foot was over the line. It's not going to count. I'd say if you're an Outlaws fan, I'd be optimistic going into that first round matchup against the Rebels. Rebels have usually had the Outlaws number, but if there's going to be any year that the Rebels might be beatable by this Outlaws squad, this probably be the highest chance I've seen since I've started following lacrosse. Shot on there by Runco. He hits the post, and it's going to be fresh 30 here collected by Lowe's. My apologies, that was Mitchell. Delayed call here on the Outlaws. 6-on-5 here for the Crude. Some pushing and shoving here between Mitchell and Hain. Mitchell's been scrappy in this one. It's not his first altercation. Colby Hain's going to walk off to the box. Let's see what Wes Kendall. Minutes left here. We got I don't know if that's correct on the board, but they currently have an 8-minute penalty for Hain. Wes Kendall calls 4 minutes, I believe, on Hain for cross-checking, and then there was 4 minutes, I believe, for 2 other penalties that I did not see. But we got a PA announcement here.
2 minutes for cross-checking, then 2 minutes for cross-checking, 2 minutes for face mask, and 2 minutes for roughing.
4 minutes for cross-checking. There is no 4-minute penalty in here in the RMLL anymore, so it's 2 2-minute minors for cross-checking, and then it's going to be a 2-minute penalty for face masking, and a 2-minute penalty for roughing. So, yes, Colby Hain is in the box for 8 minutes. The Outlaws are going to be on an 8-minute penalty kill. They're going to be playing down 4-on-5 here against the Crude for a while, unless the Crude can get some power play goals. Mitchell being harassed there by Joma. And Grace has the ball now. Grace, sidearm shot on. Save made by Jacques. It's going to be collected here by the Crude. It's going to be Amir Joma bringing it up floor. Not gonna lie, I've not seen an 8-minute power play in my history of watching junior lacrosse. Runco. Up top to Joma. Joma. Over to Hackett. Hackett. To Crundwell. Runco. Spins around Kai Ellis check. Shoots it far side. Up off the floor and into the netting. It's going to be Outlaws' ball. Now we'll see what the Outlaws decide to do here. Are they just going to play the Crude straight up 4v5, or are they going to try to kill 30 seconds every time they have possession of the ball? If they're going to do that, we're going to have a little bit of a boring, rest of this half of game, because they're going to be on the penalty kill for at least half of what's remaining on this clock. Grace, one-on-one now with Schultz. Moves over to Brownlee, and Grace is going to walk off the floor, and I quite literally mean walk. Ball's going to be collected here by the Crude on their power play, as Declan Britton is going to go collect it in the corner here from the referee. 6:04 left in the penalty, 12:04 left in the game. Hackett over to O'Brien. O'Brien down low to Mitchell. Mitchell across to Crundwell. Over to Hackett. Hackett moves it down low to Britton. Britton, big shot on, save made by Couturier. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Crude. Hackett collects it in front of the Outlaws bench. Moves it over to Crundwell. Crundwell down low. Over to O'Brien. O'Brien over to Hackett. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien's shot is on, save made by Couturier on the corner. There was some open net there. Couturier able to move his shoulder in the way. Mitchell. Over to Crundwell, he takes a shot on. That one's going to be a loose ball here. Collected by Mitchell. Mitchell walks out, spin shot just wide. Ball scooped by Patterson, he's going to run the floor. He's been doing this all season long. Patterson loves running the floor in transition. He puts his shoulder down, and he'll take it right to the net. He takes it, shoots it wide. It's going to be a Crude ball. Hackett brings it across half. 5 minutes left here in the minor penalties that are all stacked up on top of each other on Colby Hain. Joma's got the ball now. Moves it over to Runco. Joma to Hackett. Hackett down low to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for Runco in that back door. They love that play here in St. Albert. Joma over to Hackett. I'd like to see Hackett rip the pill a bit more. He definitely has the power behind that shot to pick some corners. Seems to be a pass first type of player. Like I said, I'd like to see him rip the pill more. Chase Richardson playing in his final regular season game here for his junior career. There's 4 Outlaws. I believe it's Regan Walker, Chase Richardson, Marcus Hildebrand. And there's one more, Regan Walker, I believe. Sorry, it's can't think of it. He's not on the score sheet right now. They mentioned him here. Cal Harris. Cal Harris, Regan Walker, Chase Richardson, Marcus Hildebrand. Shot on there, goal scored by Lucas Evans for the Crude. He cuts that lead to 5. There's a Crude will get their 6th of the game, making it 11-6. Sorry, I was yapping on that one, missed the goal call. Yeah, so it's Cal Harris, Marcus Hildebrand, Regan Walker, Chase Richardson. They're your graduates here. They're going to have a ceremony after the game. We will not have that on the network, my apologies. But that is going to be a ceremony after the game here for the 5th-year graduates for the Beaumont Outlaws. 11-6 here as we come down the wire. Crude trail, 2 minutes left on that penalty. To Colby Hain. Brandon Huey little bit slow to get up here. That'd be a big loss for the Outlaws in a meaningless game for this team as they head into the playoffs, losing their main faceoff guy. He's up there bouncing around the floor. That looks okay. Ball moved over to Mitchell. Ethan Mitchell has it now. He's got Poss running on the floor with him. Mitchell just takes his corner, takes the shot. Save made by Couturier. Lose the ball now, though. Collected by Joma. Joma, eventually it's Poss that gets it. Shot on there, save made by Couturier on that 5-hole. 9:13 left here in the third period and the regular season here for the Beaumont Outlaws. And St. Albert Crude. Runco is going to get called on a push in the back, and we're going to get our water break here from the Canada Regional Recreation Center. Our last regular season water break here on the network. My name is Eric Cross, bringing you the call here from Beaumont on the NetFront Sports Network. Check out netfrontsports.com if you have not already done so. We've done a lot of improvement on the website. We're now covering a little bit of hockey. We have a little bit of WHL content on there for you if you're an Edmonton Oil Kings fan. Mostly RMLL, though. We have a ticker at the top that has the links to all games, all broadcasts. Even if they're not on our network, we will be linking broadcasts as we find them, as well as you can check the score sheets after the game. Something I've taken a lot of time into and a lot of effort, and I am proud of it. So we are trying to be the home of the RMLL that's covering everything, including female and junior A, obviously, and senior ball. We cover everything but senior C. Senior C is one thing I do not follow, do not cover, because I would be just completely clueless on it. As here we go, the last half of the third period and the remaining part of our season here is about to go. Marcus Hildebrand's got the ball now. Swim move, save made by Jacques. Jacques coming in late on this game as an AP in relief of Liam Capella. It's going to be Lowe's running here for the Crude. Crude looking for their first win on the season. Down by 5, they're going to need to get to work here. Do not want to have an 0-18 season. Although this Crude team has gotten better, in my opinion. Liam O'Brien moves it up top to Schultz. Backdoor to Mitchell. Shot on, save there by Couturier. It's going to be a fresh 30 for the Crude. This Crude team just went through a lot. They got a lot of draft picks. The North draft this season is going to be exciting for this Crude team. We will have it here on the network. Ball collected in there by Chase Richardson, spinning. He's got the ball. He's going to run right to the floor. Shot on Jacques, save made. As the fifth-year graduates for the Outlaws are running a little bit more offense than they have maybe in the past, as they all look to be trying to get their last RMLL regular season goal before their careers end. Redford passes it off to Joma. Joma's up top. He gets a pick from O'Brien. He moves it over to Runco. Runco finds O'Brien back. Bryan, big shot on net there. Bounces up into Couturier. He makes the save, and he scoops that ball. It's going to be called up. They're going to say he brought it back in. Crude ball. Coach telling them to get on their horses. Joma back up top to Runco. Runco gets checked off there by Patterson. Ball's over in here by Liam O'Brien. He moves it down low to Britton. Liam O'Brien behind the net. Remember, in RMLL, you can go north to south here in this season. You can be over and back on the Crude as the Liam O'Brien front net pass did not find anybody. 6:56, 11-6. Outlaws lead the Crude. Shots are 46-36. I understand they're not updated correctly on our scoreboard. Manning, backdoor to Brownlee. He shoots and scores. Brownlee keeps his feet in the eligible play area, and he puts it past, doubling up the score here. It's going to be 12-6 for the Outlaws. Casey Brownlee bobbing his head onto the bench, having a good time, celebrating that goal. Ball here collected by Ewan McCormick off of the face-off. He gets the loose ball. They get a shove into the bench. Got to keep those bench doors closed, boys. Someone's going to get seriously hurt.
Time the Outlaws goal, 6:45.
Far side now. Carter Mitchell has it for the Outlaws. He's one on there with Smith. He's going to stutter step, come around him, shoot. Save made by Jacques. Actually, he's going to say it went wide. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Kieran Lewis has it. Lewis. He's going to pass it far side to Hildebrand. Hildebrand, look at shot, comes in. Big shot on. Save made by Jacques. Rossman collects the rebound, tries to one-hand it into the net. The ball gets knocked out of his stick, though, by Smith. And Smith's going to recover for the Crude and come up floor. Looking for Oldford on the break, looking for the AP, not able to find him. It's going to be Carter Mitchell now with the Outlaws ball. One-on-one here with Lucas Evans. He looks like he's trying to back him down and break him down. Moves it over to Rossman, and it's going to be collected by Crude. Quinton Palmer moves it over to Loans. He's going to come across half with it now. I believe that is Quinton Palmer still. My apologies. Palmer moves it over to Schultz. Schultz, big shot on net. Ball goes over Palmer's stick at half, and it's going to be Outlaws ball with 5:31 left here in this game. It's going to be Carter Grace collecting the ball here in the corner for the Outlaws as play gets blown in. Fresh 30 here for Beaumont. Grace, he loves this play, walking out of the corner. He shoots behind the back. Save made by Jacques. Likes that play. He likes to back down his defender and then spin quickly down towards the baseline and shoot cross crease. Crundwell has it now. One-on-one there with Carter Mitchell. Crundwell down to O'Brien. O'Brien. High hit there by Patterson. He might get booked for that one. Pushing and shoving there by Caldwell. Crundwell. Runco walks over to him, gives him a couple words. Wes Kendall has it under control though. Quinn Patterson goes, me? Of course it's him. We have a 2-minute cross-checking penalty here to Quinn Patterson. It's going to send the Crude to the power play with less than 5 minutes to play here in the third. 4:57 to be exact. Shots 49-36 in favor of the Outlaws. As Cade McCormick's going to pass off to Mitchell. Mitchell spins off of his opponent. Ball picked off here by Kai Ellis. Ellis running the floor effortlessly. Kai Ellis walks in. Nice back-checking defense there by Runco, able to knock the ball out of his hand legally and not get a penalty on that one. Runco now up floor, gets it across half, beats out the 8 seconds. 4.5 left here in the game. Cade McCormick. Over to Hackett. Carter Grace wants to fight Amir Joma. He's saying, "Let's go, let's fight him." I don't know if that's going to happen. Ball collected here by Richardson. Richardson gets a nice little pick there by Colby Hain. Finds Lewis. Lewis walks in. Shot save made by Jacques. Ball picked up behind the net by Lucas Evans. He's going to run the floor. He's got it. Moves it over the outstretched arms of O'Brien. Throws it away with 50 seconds left here on the power play. Easton Couturier not able to handle it. It's going to be a loose ball here collected by Schultz for the Crude. The ball still on the floor. Schultz does grab it. Right at half now. Dumps it off to Crundwell. Crundwell. He moves it over to O'Brien. O'Brien with it now. He's got a goal in this game. Maybe looking for his second one. Looks for Schultz, not able to handle it, and it goes down low to Crundwell. 5 seconds left here on the shot clock. Moves up top to Mitchell. Mitchell's probably going to have to shoot. He does. Overhand shot just wide. They're going to say it went in. Must be a hole in that net. Ethan Mitchell scores. Now they're looking for the hole in the net. I don't know about that one. I don't think that one went in. But you know what? They're going to call it a goal. Ethan Mitchell's going to take it. I know that. He's not going to say no. 12-7. Lead gets cut down back to 5. 3:18 left here in the game. I didn't see that one go in, I'm not going to lie. It looked like it bounced up into the netting. Now Joma's on the floor. Like I said, Carter Grace wants to fight him. He openly challenged him on the bench. Jameson's got the ball now. Got some pushing and shoving behind there. Got Felix Rossman fighting with Ewan McCormick. Lots of face mask, lots of shoving up near the face mask area. This game's getting a bit chippy. Grace comes on the floor. Grace came on the floor and went right towards Joma. I'm gonna assume that's not okay and not allowed. Grace gets put back on the bench. Now he came on even though he wasn't on the floor. Is he gonna get thrown out of this game due to that? Rossman's in the penalty box for sure. Let's get this sorted out here. Got captains Runco and Hildebrand talking. 5 minutes for face mask into Rossman. He's gonna be the only one getting a penalty here. I don't know, there was face masking between both players in that scruffle in the corner. I don't know how you only take one. I found it interesting to see Grace come out on the floor though and directly walk towards Joma. I don't know what Joma did to him, but Grace definitely wants a piece of him. Joma's gonna take the ball here with 3:02 left in the game. 5-minute penalty there to Felix Rossman. He will be sitting there for the rest of the game unless the Crude score 3 goals. Joma to Mitchell. To Runco. Joma's got it now. Grace is itching to get on the bench. Getting off the bench. I don't know what happened between him and Joma, but he wants a piece of him, and he's not going to stop until he does. Mitchell. Big shot on there, soaked there by the Outlaws. Ball kicked forward there by Kai Ellis. Grace is on the floor, and he's got the ball. Joma comes off the floor. They're not going to be on at the same time. Grace walking up forward. Mitchell's got the ball on the far side, though. Things open up for him. We got some pushing and shoving here between Lewis and Cade McCormick. Lewis has it now. Far side over to Mitchell. Mitchell back up top to Lewis. Gets a pick from Grace. Grace rolls off of it. Save made by Jacques there on the Lewis shot. Gonna be a timeout here by the Crude. Since joining the organization. A little bit of uncertainty around him. He's missed some games. He's gone up to the A minors. Got sent down. Got a brutal injury last year that kept him out for about half the season. Mitchell has the ball now here for the Crude. Down to Crunwell. Joma throws it away. Loose ball collected by Kai Ellis. I mean, Ellis just looks like a man amongst boys here. He's a big body. Manning passes it off to Brownlee. Brownlee's got Hildebrand and Mitchell with him moving down floor. Minute 10 left here in the game. Manning finds Mitchell back door. Mitchell over to Manning. Manning takes shot on, save there by Jackson Jonk has been very good in this game since coming on in relief of Liam Capella. We've got some hacking and slashing down in the corner here as Brownlee gets dumped to the floor. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Brownlee now behind the net as Carter Dickin and Carter Grace come on the floor. They're going to send Regan Walker on instead. Walker playing in his last game, has the ball, ends up dropping it. Some pushing and shoving there between Ewan McCormick and Kason Brownlee. Brownlee yelling at him as he comes off the floor, giving him a piece of his mind. Mitchell walks in, shoots, scores. Carter Mitchell puts an exclamation point on this game as Ewan McCormick is here. Ewan McCormick has caused some problems here in the final parts of this game. Some hits after the whistle, some high face masks, stuff like that. This game's getting a little bit on the dirtier side, I would say. We have 24.6 seconds left remaining in this game. It's going to be 13-7 for the Outlaws over the Crude. Crude will finish their season 0-18, while the Outlaws finish 7-11 on a 4-game win streak going into the North semifinals on Thursday against the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. They'll be going the 4th seed, going against the number 1 seeded Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. Please, if you're able to, make it out to the Jubilee Recreation Center on Thursday, and if you're not, catch it on the network or check out netfrontsports.com. Find your links to all games and news here in the RMLL, as that's going to wrap up the season for the Outlaws. 13-7 final score here, 53-37 shots in favor of the Outlaws. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to the NetFront Sports Network. My name has been Eric Crouse, giving you the call here from Beaumont, Alberta, as they're going to recognize their graduating class, but we're not going to get that on the network, mainly because we weren't requested to. So, yeah, there you go. Outlaws season ends. That is the final regular season game for Cale Harris, Regan Walker, Chase Richardson, and there's one more that I'm forgetting again. Marcus Hildebrand. There's your 5-year graduating players for the Outlaws. That's the end of their regular season battle. Their junior careers will end in the playoffs, like I said, against the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name has been Eric Krause, bringing you the action here from Beaumont, Alberta. We will catch you on Thursday with some playoff action from the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 division from Fort Saskatchewan.